You come to New York. New York is the beating heart of the U.S. economy.
That's right.
So you mess around with the debt ceiling, you're hurting New York. You're hitting us hard. And not just the state in general, but let's think about who. How about the students right here at SUNY Westchester who have their financial assistance unavailable to them?
There's no way in hell we are going to default on our responsibility to pay our debts. Because if we do, it will destroy the global economy. So they are literally trying to hold the global economy hostage. And we made the child tax credit a reality. Republicans cut the child tax credit, which put 50% of children back into poverty. So they're okay with 1 in 5 children going to bed hungry. They're okay with our children not having sports, the arts, and the mental health resources they need in our schools. And they're okay with our children dying every day from gun violence because they won't do a damn thing about it. We need a ban on assault rifles. We need universal background checks. We need universal red flag laws. We need universal safe storage. We need to close the gun show loopholes. And we need to deal with the issue of gun trafficking that's killing black and brown babies every day.
Speaker McCarthy wants to put the full faith and credit of the United States at risk. Never before in our nation's history have we had a speaker who did not put the families of America first. Never before have we had a speaker who's unwilling to do the right thing in the face of grave danger and threat to our country.
Luckily, we have a president who is fighting for us, for teachers, for students. He knows our students are the future of our country. And being married to a fellow educator, he knows that better than most. It is my privilege to introduce to you our President of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
Hello. It's important for the American people to know what's at stake. This isn't just a theoretical debate going on in Washington. The decisions we make are going to have real impact on real people's lives. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. So let me tell you a story about what's going on. There's a very extreme wing of the Republican Party, and the House of Representatives refer to themselves now. I've been calling them this for a while, but now they refer to themselves as the MAGA Republicans. And they've taken control of the House. They've taken control. They have a speaker who has his job because he yielded to the, quote, MAGA element of the party. And they're doing the best, to the best of my knowledge, what no other political party has done in the nation's history. They're literally, not figuratively, holding the economy hostage by threatening to default on our nation's debt that we've already incurred over the last couple hundred years, unless we give in to their threats and demands as to what they think we should be doing with regard to the budget. This would be incredibly damaging. The average tax paid by the 1,000 billionaires in America individually, the average tax paid is 8%, E-I-G-H-T, 8%. No billionaire should be paying a lower tax rate than a school teacher or a firefighter. And there's nothing radical about this. That's why my budget also fully funds the Internal Revenue Service. You know, and it's kind of interesting. Republicans have been consistent for the last 10 years, cutting the number of IRS agents. I wonder why. So we now have legislation that passed that's in our budget that says we're going to beef up the number of IRS agents to thoroughly look at the taxes of billionaires in America. According to the Congressional Budget Office, a bipartisan office, they estimate that just that alone would raise another $200 billion a year. Larry Summers, who's not what you call a wacko liberal out there, right? Former president of Harvard, he says it's more like... My kids who went to Penn would disagree, but that's okay. But I went to a great school. I went to a state school. I went to the University of Delaware. Anyway. But all kidding aside, estimates that it would raise another $400 billion a year. And they still wouldn't be paying very much tax relative to their income to begin with. My budget also has some of the strongest anti-fraud proposals ever. You may remember when we had the legislation to help deal with the pandemic, what Trump used to keep doing is cutting the number of inspectors general to be able to find out whether or not this money's actually not being wasted. Well, guess what? Turns out there were several billions of dollars that were being wasted. People were getting money they didn't need or didn't deserve, and they were playing the system. Well, I think that we should have inspectors general again, looking at what, in fact, we're spending and whether it's going where it's supposed to go. We're bringing jobs back all across America. This is no time to put all this at risk, to threaten a recession, to put at risk millions of jobs, to undermine America's standing in the world. Republican threats are dangerous and they make no sense. Folks, we have to keep going and finish the job. I've long said it's never, ever, ever been a good bet to bet against America. Never. And I can honestly say, as I stand here today, I've never been more optimistic about America's future than I am this very day. We just have to remember who in God's name we are. We're the United States of America. There is nothing beyond our capacity if we work together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We got to fight. We're going to win this fight. Thank you.